welcome back to Staxel. Now there is a high possibility that this will be the final Staxel stream for a little while now. There is a chance that I'm gonna be moving on, and yes, we're going to go back to Genesis next week, and tomorrow we're going to be carrying on with Card Life. So let's try and make the most of this while we can. I'm starting slightly early. Give myself some time to kind of get into it. I'm going to be a little bit longer. So I thought, you know, rather than starting at the normal time and just kind of, let's let it all load in. Yeah, I thought, you know, rather than start at the normal time and run a little bit later, I'll start a little bit earlier. Just because I do want to get this finished. That is the idea. I think it's stopped responding. So, well, there we go. Yeah, we've just got to let it kick in. Yes, because we're mostly done. I need to decide what I'm going to do here. If whether to leave it like this or put another arch or what, I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll work that out. But I'm thinking about the lighting and how it just doesn't seem to give off a massive amount of light. And I'm wondering, I've had an idea. I don't know how it's going to look, but I'm going to probably give it a go. But yeah, basically, it's been fun and I've really enjoyed it. And I'm not finished. I've got plenty of stuff I still want to do in this. But I just feel like, you know, shaking things up, giving things, you know, trying something new, that kind of thing. It's always worth, you know, changing things up. And I feel like that's what I'm going to be doing from here on out. Obviously, that's something that I wanted to do for just a little while now. Oh, it is taking a very long time for these things to load in, I must say. Come on. I can see it loading in. Right, the house is loaded, so that's good enough. And now, fingers crossed, we did water all of our stuff, because, yeah, don't have time to check. Yeah, one of the things I did want to do, I wouldn't necessarily be on camera. I don't think you have to be. But I did want to start like a VR series, because I have a selection of games that are VR. Particularly, it was quite funny. Oh yeah, the noise took a bit wild, egregious. But yeah, there was this like a series of sales that I seemed to reach, in which it basically gave me yeah, sorry, the sound sounds really weird. Sounds like there's two different tracks running one over the other. Oh, this sounds weird. I don't think I've got 2 copies of the game running. Let me just check. No, it's definitely 1. Alright, let's go back to the main menu. Let's see if that's a... See if it just didn't load up. I feel like when it stopped responding, it caused problems. But yeah, no, I really wanted to do a VR. Oh no, the game just crashed. The game officially crashed. It's gone. it is gone. Well then, what I'm going to do is... Oh, it's always great when that happens. Let's cut to that screen, I think. Because that's pretty... I think that's pretty telling. Now we'll wait for this to carry on. Yeah, essentially, I want to do this VR series, and yes, I have a series of games. In fact, I can show you, because while this ain't working, come across, there we go. So you see here, look, I've got like, these games are games that I basically got as part of a company that ran a series of, if you buy games within certain brackets, you get a random game, or you get a code, and this code allows you to then get one of these games for free. And the bracket games were like bronze, silver and gold. So if you were able to get a bronze game, you got a ticket which then let you get a free game in the bronze listing, and silver and gold, and that kind of thing. And the sale was really competitive, and I bought a bunch of games, and a bunch of the free games that I got were these, which were, some of them were a bit of a surprise, because some of them are pretty, you know, decent games. But I'm more than happy to, you know, have them. And there's a whole selection of other VR games that I obviously would like to try. So my plan was, I was going to buy myself an Oculus Rift S, because by all accounts they're the best. That is the best headset for my monetary availability, shall we say, for what I can afford. It's also just a very good headset, full stop. Let's start loading this and see if we can get this back up and running again. But apparently in the UK, the Rift S is out of stock in every single outlet, every one. There are an awful lot of electronic stores in the UK, and 9 times out of 10, one of them is bound to have it, you would think. Well, you would think wrong. They do not exist. Now, I understand entirely that there is a current crisis going on, and there's an awful lot of people not in work. I get that, I really do. But every other model of VR headset is in stock. I can buy any others. I just can't buy the Oculus ones. They're the ones that seem to be having the most problem. Now let's see if we can get this game to not crash on us. Let's see if we can do that, shall we? It would be nice. So yeah, I would just like to know. Look, I get that there's like an issue at the moment, and I understand that it's like a major crisis, and everyone's kind of doing the best they can. All of this kind of stuff. I get that, but why that specific headset is the one that it's just out of stock everywhere? You know, it's frustrating, is what it is. Because yeah, I would love to start a series in which I take just a proper informative look. Because I do a series called Quick Look, and one of the things I would love to do is just a Quick Look VR, in which I just have a rundown of the VR games that are currently available, so that people can see, you know, what they are, if they're any good. Is it worth jumping to VR or not yet? And I'll get there, because once all this is over, by, I don't know, October maybe, this will all be over for the most part, and everything should start flowing again. So around November-ish, I can probably get my hands on one. But that's still a long way away, really. I wasn't under the impression that these were like a limited run or anything either, to be honest. But it is funny, you know. realistically, it's something to keep me occupied while all this is going on. Would be nice. Okay, so it looked like it's saved, so that's handy. I did say hello to all the ladies. Let's get some food for them. See if it goes weird again. Well, it froze before. So the fact that we're in is a better sign, I think. Okay, so this stuff might be, but I don't really want to pick this stuff until the rest of it's ready. See, these don't really matter. Can I? Oh, yeah, I thought I could. Alright, well then I might just leave them empty. It was my fault because I didn't water them. They've still got 2 days left in them by the look of it, and I still missed 2 by the look here. Or they're gold, I don't know. Okay, so I am not going to bother refilling this. It was my fault, we'll just have to deal with it. How are the trees coming along? Nicely. Nice, that'll do. Hello ladies. It's like I said, I don't think any of these are going to grow, because I think they would have by now. What was that anyway? What's in this one? What did I put in this? Banana tree and lemon tree. Okay. Well, there's still got plenty of food here. So move some of this down a bit. I knew I picked some up. Pick you up. Hello. And hello. Oh, there we go. So we've got the milk, the sweet potatoes, and the lemons, and the eggs. But yeah, it's one of those arguments where I need to, whilst I am not playing Staxel, what I'm probably going to do is mess around with the save file, so that when I come back, the game will be working fine, and it will just carry on where I left off. But the one thing I really want to do is I really want to find a way of finding the, what's it called, the paintings that I got from the workshop, the mod that I've installed. The frames are available, but the paintings weren't, which is weird. Now I'm gonna have to buy a ridiculous amount of this, because this is going to be our new roof. I think it was this. Fingers crossed it was. And I need to basically roof the whole thing. I'm going to grab that much. There you go. We also need some of this. Now my plan was going to separate the work out what the distance is between the lot, so we can put the stripes up. I did not work it out. I haven't done it. But you know, we can do it now. We can do it today. There we go. Alright, so all the walls are done. All the walls are done. Okay, let's just see as well, because we're going to have to knock out this ceiling, because I can't have that line there. very jumpy today. Well, that was the one. Okay. Oh. There you go. Okay, so that was the one. That's good. Because then it's going to basically go all the way along here as well. So let's put you there. And then there. Then like there. I should be able to get up that. There you go. Pop. But yeah, basically, wherever I get to today is essentially where it's going to end. And the idea will be that once, when I start again, in about a month and a half, 2 months maybe, depends what happens with Card Life. So far, Card Life has been a little bit different to what I was necessarily expecting it to be. And I can somewhat foresee there being slight issues. I mean, the biggest example is that I'm not even 100% sure what's going to happen when I turn it on tomorrow. Because I don't know that it's saved. The game crashed as I was closing it last week. So I don't know that it's actually going to even give me where I was. Or if it's going to remember any of that. I don't know. I do not know. So, if Card Life is a failure, if Card Life doesn't work, I'm not going to say a failure, because it's already a success. It's already a fun game. But if it's not for me, then we could be back to this sooner, or I might turn over to something like My Life in Porsche, because I've already started that. There's already a video series for that. There you go. Come on, why does it not do some of them? I don't know. There we go. But that is one of those things that the most thing I'm going to miss the most of not playing Staxel is the music. Yeah, I might just have to boot it up and listen to the music. There we go. Yeah, we are going to need a lot more, but this gets the majority of it done. And then, yeah, my plan is I'm thinking what we could do is I have the magical light, which just is like a magical light ball, which gives off a lot more light than the actual lights themselves. So I'm thinking put the ceiling lights on as normal and have the wall lights on as we have down there. But what we'll do is we will put the magical lights on as well. And that way we'll have the aesthetic look from the lamps and the wall lights, but we'll have the actual light coming from the magical light. Okay, so we had 150 odd, and it's done hardly anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, don't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that is 450. See that? I worked all that out. 450 is what I need for that room alone. So, okay, that's going to be expensive, I feel. And it's getting close to night, so I might just order it, you know. I've got some of them. When I got some of them, there's me actual magical light. And put them back on the wall. and then back on the ceiling. Alright, so I need 450, so I'm going to order those. Before I go to bed, and then they'll just be there in the morning. I don't have to... See, look how dark it is. And there's no lights up there either, but... And it is one of those things that, the moment I work out the gaps between the paintings, I'm going to be putting these lights kind of in a more aesthetically pleasing area. But for now, there you go. Bop. That'll do for now. Okay, let's make our way back. But yeah, again, using this, I've actually opened a level that goes to creative. And if you look in creative, the paintings that I want are there. They're under their names. But yeah, they don't appear to be here. See, but all the other stuff from like the books and things is all still here. All the Christmas mod is still here because I've still kept that in. So what are these? You've got the bee I've put up. We've got no sheep. We've got no pigs. See, the fish would be nice. I can put that actually by the fishing hole. That would work over there. We've got the cow, we've got the chicken. Okay, oh. See, look, there it is. There's the frames. Unless they're not the frames, unless it hasn't registered the mod. Maybe. But again, it works if I start a new game. Right, so that's the one we want because it's the curved circular pathway. And we want 450. Boosh, that's a lot of money. Okay, what we got here? A gold farmer statue. I'll just buy myself a statue. See, there's the two heads we got. See, there's the paintings that we've already put them up. Shop window. No. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. So if I have to, I don't really want to, but if I have to, are they different? Are they in different areas? Or is it just one of those? This just kind of organises them better. It's all still the same stuff. Yeah, if I have to put in a code to put me into creative just so I can get those paintings, then I'm going to have to do that. I really don't want to. It won't be until the next time we come back anyway. I can have a mess around and save the actual file so it doesn't mess anything up. That's the idea. I don't know that I need the awning. You know, oh, I've got some limes. I'll sell those. Okay, well I'll tell you what, let's sell the awning as well. I was gonna if I want another one, I can always get another one. Pow. There you go. almost get my money back for all the stone I'm buying. Still a bit early. Yeah, and it's one of those arguments that obviously I've got a load of missions for people. Some of the things I want to do when I get back. I want to go bug hunting and I want to go fishing. Because it just feels like... Hello, you gonna speak to me? Okay. Yeah, because it feels a little bit like the missions I've got for the museum guy, I'm not going to be able to finish because I need to discover more things for him to want to, you know? Have I not had stairs? Okay, well I'll buy some stairs then. I mean, they look like the kind of stairs would fit better in here rather than like a roof, to be honest. If I just knock this out. It'd be like that. Be like a stone staircase that goes up. Yeah. Problem is the stone colour doesn't match this. So it's going to be out of place. And this orange... And the orange does kind of match. Having it here, I think, in place of this might work better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we need 18. We've got 5. Right, so we need 18 and we've got 5. So we'll buy 13 stairs and we'll get rid of the orange because the orange does look weird, but it was the only real option I had, and I felt I'll go with orange because it matches the front steps, which have to stay orange. Well, they have to stay orange because they need to they're essentially the roof element of the of the museum. So we've got ranch stairs, and we've actually got normal stairs now. Lovely. So 13, please, and then, because you see these are all the roof colours. So I'm using orange because I think the others are a little bit too weird. Orange just kind of looks like wood. I could use black, but I don't know black fits either. I'll keep the orange ones at the front. The orange ones are fine. Okay then. But yes, when you look at the museum guy, my list of stuff that I need to do for him, we're gonna look at. You see, we've got a fair few bugs we haven't seen yet, but if we're being honest, there's a lot more fish. There's a lot more fish. I haven't really fished at all, so there's a lot more fish. Yeah, that I would like to try and get sorted. And then the more I speak to him, the more, obviously the more I find, the more I will have the chance. There's now 3 question marks. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not sure if that's my mod having done that. I don't know. Things look like they're growing. Hi. So hello to all the ladies. Okay. I feel like these are all ready. Oh no, they're not, thank God. Because I just... Yeah, they've still got 1 time to go. I need to water these because I know I'll forget. Yeah, so my idea is I do want to fish and I want to go bug hunting, ideally, because then I can get that mission, the third mission off of him, and that will give me the final 1 or 3 paintings apparently. And then the idea will be that yes, that will finish his mission. The fishing woman who taught me how to fish, museum guy's daughter, she has another mission, but she just hasn't given that to me yet, so I need to deal with that as it comes up, I suppose. And then, like I've said before, I do really want to finish off the farm so that it waters all of the crops. And it's a hassle because those sprinkler systems cost like 15,000 each, I think it is, or maybe 25,000. It's something that's ridiculously expensive. There's the eggs. There's the eggs. Eggs. And yeah, the idea is that I just want to kind of get these things finished. I want to build a house for Farm Fan. But you see, it's things like this. This museum didn't have to be extended. This was just something I wanted to do, but it's costing me a lot of money and time. And it's nowhere close to being finished because I've got to do all the sides and everything else as well. Let's put the new steps in as we are here, because they don't match the same colour, but they are at least the same material. They're at least stone steps. So they just go like this to straight there, I think. Or does it turn? Will it not turn? Will it only be a fixed one like that? Because that could cause me problems. I can't go into the corners. But that looks fine. That looks better in a roundabout way. Because that means the stairs going up remain that way all the way up. What that does mean, I'm going to lose 2 of these, because one then has to go here. There you go. And one has to go here. Could have used wood, but I feel like the wood is the end of the exhibit, so it ends there. There you go. There you go. So that looks better as a staircase. I've got to get up here. So there, there, there. I shouldn't have to. Oh, doesn't let me jump in that way. It doesn't let me jump in. That's really strange. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do it up this side instead. There, there, and there. There we go. Oh, you need to run off the roof. Okay, and then let's get this finished. And then this will be the roof of the museum. And then yeah, like I said, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with Farm Fan's house yet. I have a couple of bits that I think I picked out and was like, I like those, that could be good for her. And the idea is, you know, that's what I'm going to do as I'm going along. It'll just be me picking out different things for her house, like I've done with everybody else's, and see how it goes. But I want to make hers more fun. They're just like everybody else's house. You know, the same kind of rooms, same layout. Don't really want to do that. But I suppose I've got a little bit of time to think about it now. And then we'll see. I mean, it's one of those arguments that obviously, if I load up Card Life tomorrow, and you know, there was an issue and of me not being on there, it's completely got rid of my stuff. I'm willing to start again, perhaps, and give it another go, but I'm only going to do that so many times. So there's chances, like for example, as one of the games that I've been playing to keep myself occupied is what is it called? Can't remember the name of it. It's all about crimes and robbing. But basically we've been playing it for a couple of days, me and my brother, and it's been really fun. We've been kind of breaking into banks, and we've been kind of robbing people and setting all this up, you know, setting up our characters, like doing everything, and we've done really well. We reached levels 50 odd at this point, and we're coming along, you know, we're doing really well. And then my brother's place, literally just before I went live, my brother's PlayStation just kind of kicked him out of the game. Kind of like blue screened, essentially. And when he went back in, the save is corrupt, and he's going to have to start again. So we may not be playing that game again. Because you never want to see that. And it's funny, because I've never seen a game blue screened before on the PlayStation. But that game seems to it's blue screened me a bunch of times, and him. I mean, it hasn't like corrupted the save before, so I'm not, you know, that was a bit extreme. But yeah, it could be the end of that game for a little while. Here we go. Not 100% sure how I'm going to get the roof lights on, because it's going to be quite high up now. Much higher than it was before. Okay. Yep, there we go. And yeah, I don't know if it's weird if it did, but I don't know if the other paintings are only there as part of a mission now. So I have to, you know, complete the mission in order for that to show up for some reason. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's happened. I really don't. But it's one of those arguments that I'm a massive achievement freak, and Steam achievements don't matter quite as much as consoles, but there's no reason why not. And quite early on in this game, I struggled with it was like I received a special block, but or I sold a block that you can't buy, and it meant that what I had to do was I had to go into creative mode and spawn that block in. But going into creative mode means that it cancels the use of achievements up to that point. So even though I've done really quite far in this game, I'm currently sitting on what was it sitting on, 6 out of 23 achievements, and I should be able, with everything I've done so far, be able to actually have all of the achievements by now, I would have thought. I'm actually going to have a little look, because as much as I enjoyed this village, I can come back to it. I might do like an achievement run and see if I can it's like I miscounted again. Did I miss, like, I think I missed a whole 150. Because I feel like I'm coming to the end, yet I've still got a few more to do. I feel like I must have miscounted by one batch of 150. Let's have a... Yeah, because I can probably do maybe 2 more lines. Don't know, let's see. Let's just keep going. See what happens when we... because I need to get this finished. Just go out and buy more. We're going to make 1 more. Come on. There we go. Oh. I can see my shadow. I can see me on the wall. I'm out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like I missed 300. God, I must have just completely miscounted there. Or I was wrong with the amounts. So I'm going to get 300 now, and it could still be wrong. So, okay. Now we click until we get 300, which is hello. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just walk straight through me. It's fine. There you go. What are you doing? Behave yourself. I'm buying 300's worth of floor tiling to put on the roof. Don't question it. There we go. We're getting there. Yeah, and what I'm gonna actually before the end of this, yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish the roof now, then wake up, deal with all the crops because there's gonna be a bunch there that are gonna need dealing with. So deal with all the crops, then put all the lighting up. That's probably where I'm gonna leave it for today, I think. But what I am going to look, it's so dark. But then what I am going to do is I'm going to take a look at the achievements so that I can see would I have done them at this point or not. And we'll see. I mean, it's like we said with this flooring, even if I end up buying too much, it doesn't matter because I technically... Oh, come on. I need to do the other room as well at some point, so... But no, what I might do, just off camera... It depends. I'll see, but what I might do is I might just finish the building of the structure of this museum. So... the new areas that are raised, that area there and this area here, doesn't reach the floor. So what I'll probably do is off camera, in between, you know, me ending it now and coming back in a month and a half, 2 months, however long it is, a couple of weeks maybe, I will go in and just finish building this. I'll make sure that it kind of fits all the way around, and I will count and put the coloured blocks in the middle, and I'll line up the paintings. And if I have to kind of cheat it and pull out, what's it called? If I have to cheat it and pull out the paintings from creative mode, then that's what I'll have to do. But I'll do that in the next. I'll do that so that when we start the next video, when we come back to the world, the museum is just finished. And I'll be able to show you kind of where the final painting will go when we get it. And all that kind of stuff. The museum will just finally be done. And again, I could just keep designing because I do love the museum, but other buildings need designing too. You know, we had a patisserie that we weren't expecting to build, and I think that came out quite nicely. The awning on the front's a little bit garish, but when you don't always get all parts of something, you know, it's a bit difficult. But yeah. Oh, it's gone midnight. Okay. I really just want to finish this now, though. I might just have to leave it. I'm just gonna have to leave it. I'll come back and finish it in the morning, and then we'll do the lighting, and then that'll be me. That'll be calling it a day for a little while for Staxel. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed. If you have any other ideas, because I mean, like I said, essentially I'm going to be going to Card Life for a little while and then coming back, but the plan is that I'm going to be kind of going away and coming back every couple of months is kind of the plan. But I don't know, you know, if that's going to be if Card Life is going to work for that. I would love it to, but it's like, you know, because it's an online server, I could go away for, like, let's say a month and a half, and when I get back, all of the things I've built and everything I've done has just gone because I haven't been logged in, so it's just got rid of it all, you know. It does say that will happen. I don't think that it will happen from week to week, but you know, 2 months, there's a high possibility that could happen. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But if anyone else has any good ideas, because it's like Minecraft is a no. Minecraft, at least, you know, I need a game that gives me something to do and doesn't just say, right now, just build whatever you want, however you want. There's no restrictions. Good luck. Because it's kind of like, well, that's not good enough. You are the game maker. You tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. That's what your job is. So, like, exactly like this. You know, it gives you missions. It says this is what you can do, but you can build it however you wish. You know, it's perfectly fantastic way to go about it. And then yeah, as far as the other games go, I'm currently doing there you go. I'm currently doing Genesis Alpha 1 on Wednesdays. Alright, so let's grab this and just go like, put that in the corner there. Just so I've got some light going. Pow. It is just so dark. And now they're gone. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sort the lighting out. I don't know. It's too dark. I don't want to cover the light. I don't want to cover the ceiling with lights. I really don't. But I'm not a whole 100% sure what else there is to use. See, these ones are quite nice, but they kind of fit in this kind of aesthetic. So I don't know. But I think that's where I'm going to call it. I said I was going to play for longer, but I need to really get my head around what I'm going to do. I need to probably finish the museum in creative, I think. Just because I want to get the painting done. You know, I want to get the museum finished, and I feel like some of what I need isn't physically available here, like the painting. Okay, so let's go to the here. Here we are. Let's have a look at achievements. I mean, I feel like my computer's having a seizure today, to be honest, which is a tad annoying. Because I can hear it loading. Doesn't seem to want to load. No, I think is it gonna load? Are you gonna load for me? I think it stopped working. Okay, well it was a oh no, we are kind of nope, it's gone somewhere else. I don't know where it's gone. Alright, well I'm gonna go anyway. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Staxel. Next week we will be getting back to Genesis Alpha 1. Yes, we will be back to Staxel. We will. And like I said, I'm either gonna finish off the one I'm doing now, which would be fantastic to do, or I may consider starting up a brand new one, and then I can get some new ideas. I can try and get all of the achievements, because I've got quite a few still to get. We'll wait and see. We'll see what happens in a couple of months maybe, and we will move on from there. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I am streaming tomorrow with Card Life. Come along and see if that failed as well, or if we've still got all our stuff. I will see you then.